or function that you believe is failing to adequately serve citizens, and describe specifically how it will be improved under your leadership.
I think the mayor's office is failing the citizens. Right now, we have the highest paid mayor in the state of Indiana and the lowest paid on average police force. That is a disconnect between the reality of what this community needs. We need a mayor's office who understands that sacrifice starts right at the top. That's the kind of mayor I'm going to be. I've already pledged that I'm going to cut my own pay on my first day in office, and I'm going to give back in the city car that drives the mayor around right now. I can get myself back and forth to work, and I do not need to make $30,000 a year more than the mayors of Indianapolis and South Bend. Something's out of whack in this city. We're not being smart about how we spend money. We've got to look top to bottom at everything we do. I've talked about doing a people's audit. I will start that also. Maybe not the first day, I'll be busy cutting my pay, but the first week, we're going to start the people's audit. All 52 departments in city government are going to be audited by a team of people in the community that use the services of the department, along with the staff leadership of that department. We're going to go through and look at the form, function, and budget of that department. That involvement of the citizens in every single department will shape what the budget looks like for that department at the budget cycle back in the fall, the following year. We're going to take that on the first year. It's going to be public. You can all be involved if you'd like to. And I'll tell you what, if there are any departments that no citizens want to be involved in, we're going to look at whether or not we need that department anymore. That's what I mean by cutting wasteful spending. When we cut that wasteful spending, that's how we'll start tackling the city's debt. Thank you.
I'd like to have a rebuttal, please. First of all, my salary. You know, per capita, I make less money than the mayor of Columbia City. So you talk about being an overpaid mayor. I work very hard for the money that I do make. To realize that per capita, per person, I make less than the mayor of Columbia City. As far as my car, I drive a 2008 Chevy. 2008 Chevy. I would not say that's an elaborate expense for the city of Fort Wayne. As far as access to my office, I have mayor's night in every quarter. I have mayor's night out at least twice a year. I have neighborhood walks. I've already walked 6, 7 neighborhoods this year. In the dead of winter was a little difficult, but we managed. We have an enhanced 311 communication program that receives thousands of phone calls a month on your behalf, all to serve you better. And we have SmartGov, one of the most transparent, open areas of communication by computer in the state of Indiana. So when you say that my administration is not open, transparent, accessible, and approachable by the citizens of Fort Wayne, I take challenge with that. Thank you.
This is your answer? Okay. Your answer to the question?
I have something to say to both of those.
Do you have a rebuttal?
No. Well, I do have something to say, but I've got to kind of slip it in mind. Actually, the department I think that has the most waste in it would be our police department. There's 7 layers of administration, and that just think of this at your place of employment. You have your president, and then 7 executive assistants, and then it goes down from there. So I think that we need to put some more people out on the street. I would like to take some of that fluff at the top and just shift it down a little bit. I think the police department also needs to have more interactive with citizens. I don't think that they're empathetic to small crimes. And I want them to work better with local businesses and give the officers the tools that they need. And in no way am I saying that the Fort Wayne Police Department is not effective, but it could be more effective. And once they're out of administration, I think that the current administration's been in too long. And I just might want to add that I'm not not in for, in Mary Henry's defense, Ms. Hughes gave an 18% raise to the sheriff right before she left. So
30 seconds.
I have, I wasn't going to make a publicity stunt, but I thought that I would initially lower my salary down. But after all this campaigning, I can see where the job does require you to have that kind of salary. I mean, you're dealing with people whose salary are 3 times that when you're making deals. So never fault someone for making money.
I want to give, did you have a rebuttal?
Yes, I do.
Okay, but we'll start with candidate Hughes and then we'll let you go, Mr. Henry.
A reminder that these rebuttals are going to be 1 minute, so your 30 seconds is your half mark.
Thank you. I just want to say that I did not give the sheriff a raise in my last term in office. As a matter of fact, we cut the sheriff's pay while I was in office. Previously, Sheriff Jim Herman made over $200,000 a year. Currently, Sheriff Ken Freeze makes $125,000 a year by contract. That's the same as the county prosecutor makes, and it's set by state law. So that's actually a pretty big decrease. And we're talking about the mayor's office. We're talking about what the mayor's going to do. It's not an apples-to-apples comparison. We did, as a matter of fact, give an increase to all of the officers in the sheriff's department and county government because we felt they were not being paid adequately. We kept training police officers and losing them to the city, so we gave them a 10% increase because that's the people that deserved it. Thank you.
My worthy opponent to my right has indicated he's got a problem with our police department. First of all, I need to let you know that, again, per capita, we have exactly the amount of officers that we need. I believe that Police Chief Russell York has done an admirable job in making sure that we have one of the best police forces in the state. And the 4 deputy chiefs that we have, incidentally, 1 who's an African American and 2 who are women, provide outstanding guidance to the FOP and the PBA officers who are also some of the best in the state. We have a police force that is equipped to handle not only daily activities, but any emergency situation that would arise in the city of Fort Wayne. So I'm a little offended at the fact that you challenge our police department, one of the best in the state.
But I just totally disagree. I think that when you have a low morale in a department of that size, there is something wrong, and there are too many administrators. And I'm just saying, under my administration, there will be less administration and more officers. So I apologize if I offended you, but the problem is that
You're certainly entitled.
when you have somebody say, I heard him on TV say, I don't know why the problem gang violence is up.
30.
That's because we need to attack that. So that's just my opinion. I think it's time for a difference.
Identify at least one city service department or function that I believe is failing or inadequately serving our citizens. Some time ago, we started a brand new program to allow citizens of Fort Wayne to have access to our city's departments and divisions through the use of a computer. That program was called SmartGov. We actually took the program from Chicago, where former Mayor Daley and his administration have been using it for quite some time. We brought it to the city of Fort Wayne. We're one of the first cities in the entire state to have that technology. Our checkbook is accessible to you online. You can actually go online and find out who we've written checks to, what contractors, what vendors. In fact, our contractor specs are now online. Our city council meetings are now online if you want some enjoyable viewing. Our vendor information is online. We have a number of different department and division procedures and protocols and policies. All of that is accessible to you, the citizen of Fort Wayne, because this is your city. computer technology programs, they're a constantly changing environment. And as such, we need to stay on top of it. We need to stay current.
30.
And that's where I think right now we're still in the process of learning this new technology. I'm still learning about Facebook. But just as I'll get there, the city administration will constantly try to optimize programs that are available to us through modern technology.